Alright? So we do like... So you know the... Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the very first episode of GameX, the podcast. Today, this is, my name is Equis, and I have Victorino to my left, and I have a special guest to my right. He goes by the name Stuff.
Sup?
Yeah.
We got a guest on the first one already.
That's a good problem.
Yeah, the very first episode, and we already have a guest because we already know we need help.
That's how good these people are.
Alright, so I guess today we're gonna try to. Too bad we didn't have a microphone the last time. We had a good talk, and we're like, oh, we should have probably recorded this. We were talking about the Xbox One.
We can recreate, that's fine.
So we're gonna try to recreate the magic we had. Hopefully, we don't fall under pressure. So, what do you think of the Xbox One?
Yeah, Victorino, what do you think about the Xbox One?
I'll split on it.
You split on it.
Yeah, I'm split.
I mean, obviously the presentation they gave wasn't about the games. It wasn't focused towards that. So that's kind of like...
To the hardcore gamers.
Yeah, it's kind of like it upset a lot of the hardcore gamers.
Again, they did kind of announce ahead of time that this is not going to be a gaming presentation. Gaming is going to be for E3. But that's one of my issues with the whole thing. I'm like, this is supposed to be a gaming system. You know, that should have been your first priority, you know, in my opinion. Yeah,
because when you think of Xbox, you think of games, you know.
Correct.
That's the whole point of having the Xbox.
You know, the Xbox 360 and the PS3, they do a lot of other things, but the main reason that most people bought them for was gaming. You know, there's those people who bought the PS3 for the Blu-ray player, but for the most part, it was gaming.
Yeah, and like a lot of the things is like we kind of discussed like the other time was, well, in terms of like, okay, let's take our gaming hats off and just think of this as like just like having it there for, I don't know, whatever things are. Like, wouldn't you just get a PC for whatever all the things they were talking about? Like, what's the whole point of having that if I can just have like do everything it can do with a PC?
Well, the Xbox One stands for Online Network Entertaining.
Yeah, it's all. I guess it's kind of like, kind of like when Nintendo came to the United States market, they kind of like promoted the Nintendo to be a toy and not really like a video game system, to try to get some of the families. So I guess there's like to try to get more families to buy it, but like I really don't understand. Well, because obviously if I would get an Xbox, it would be for gaming, and the way they're doing everything, where you have to like actually download the whole game into the system.
I think there's a couple of things going on. First, PC gaming is getting much better, so they kind of have to almost make a PC just to compete with PCs. Then there's also the fact that a lot of people that used to game are now not gaming, or not gaming the way they used to. They're now using a lot of tablets and phones. They're doing a lot of stuff on the phones and their tablets. So maybe they just figure that they kind of have to step away a little bit from the hardcore gamers and go into other things.
Yeah, I guess in order to make the final, it would be like the price. Like, what do you think the price is gonna be on it? I would think it's like the same as it's always been, like $500.
Yeah, I think it kind of has to be in the $500 range. I don't think it could go much higher.
But like, couldn't you get something that kind of does the same things for cheaper now, like a Roku box, or like does that do anything like similar than what the Xbox? Because I know the Xbox, they want you to connect the cable box into the Xbox, and then the Xbox connects to the TV. But like,
yeah, that's all a little ridiculous there. Definitely everything, maybe not everything, but most of the stuff that the Xbox can do, you can just easily do with like a Mac Mini connected to your TV. Now, a Mac Mini is still gonna cost you between $500-$600, but that's a Mac. There's definitely small PCs that you could build or buy that would also do the same things for less.
But like Mac Mini, you can also use it for other things. You can actually install programs. Like
Correct.
could you install programs? Like would there be like a Windows 8 interface on the Xbox kind of a thing? You know?
I don't think they would do that because then it really would be a computer. Yeah. It's already got plenty of computer parts.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just think that the whole PC and console thing it's kind of merging, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen in the end, but
Yeah, it's kind of like we were discussing, like kind of like comparing what they're trying to do, where you can only install one game per system, and using some kind of code or whatever. And we're kind of like comparing it to like Steam. I know you stuff you've been
correct.
using Steam lately. Like, how do you feel is gonna be the difference? Is it gonna be the same, or is there like differences that you can clearly see like going on?
You know, as I was mentioning, with Steam, the thing that really helps is the deals.
Yeah.
They have some really good deals. Like the other day, I could have bought every Tomb Raider game for like $30. So when you're paying that little for that much, you really don't care if you can't do much else with it. You know. Honestly, I don't see Microsoft doing the same thing that Steam is doing, and I don't know why, because obviously Steam is doing very well. But I've never seen Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo having like some of these serious sales that Steam does on their websites. So I don't know, but all I know is that if I'm going to pay $60 for a digital game, which I shouldn't to begin with, because there's a lot of stuff they don't have to do to a digital game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they don't have to package it, they don't have to ship it, they don't have to print the whatever. But if I'm gonna be paying that much for a game, I want it to be my game, and I want to be able to do whatever I want with it. If I want to give it to you, I should be able to just give it to you, because I paid for it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, the whole thing. It's interesting that, like, even now, like in the Xbox Live or whatever, when you go to the store, it costs the same to buy a physical copy than a download copy, unless there's like a special sale going on Best Buy or
Correct.
Amazon or something.
That to me makes no sense.
But there's never sales like online. It's always it stays the same price the whole time. So like like Steam has these sales that makes you. It doesn't matter that you can only use it on one computer. You know, you bought it for so cheap that
Yeah, correct.
You don't really care that it's only for one computer.
You know, the whole digital thing worked okay with music because, you know, for the most part, people kind of did want the option of buying just that one song, because for the most part, most artists, and I say that in quotations, would release like a full CD with one good song.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you just pay 99 cents for that one song, it's like, who cares? But again, when you're paying $60 or more, then that becomes different.
I think the price of a song on iTunes increased to like $1.59.
Have they increased?
Yeah, I think
They did increase when they took out the DRM. DRM
Also,
rights
so that you can like.
so you can at least play them in some other devices.
Okay,
Okay.
so they increased the price for that.
I mean, like what?
But I like the, you know, with music at least, I like the fact that a lot of people are now doing their own thing, and they are selling their CDs themselves through services like Google Play or even iTunes, and those are usually cheaper than the big name ones, which goes back to the issue with the Xbox of homebrew software, like people making their own stuff and them not wanting people to just make their own stuff. To me, that's messed up.
And it's just, I guess, because what are the stats on like what are the specs on the Xbox? It's 8 core, 8 gigs of RAM. Like technically, you can make a computer better than that now, right?
Yeah,
If you wanted to. And by the time it comes out, like 8 cores is probably gonna be, well, at least you know.
right now you could definitely make something that's faster than the Xbox One. it probably would cost you more, but probably not for long. I'm pretty sure by this time next year you'll easily be able to build something better for less.
Yeah, because they haven't set a release date, right?
No, I mean,
you would think that it's
it's gonna be November.
November.
Yeah, Christmas, around
it's-
Christmas.
Christmas,
Yeah.
holidays, no.
Holidays,
yeah.
right?
It's
Well,
Christmas, damn it.
Christmas, yeah, fuck that. But yeah,
You said fuck that to Christmas.
no, fuck the people.
No, yeah.
No, but yeah, like I don't know, like during Christmas time, that's when everybody like starts beating each other down for their systems. I mean, not, and right, so oh shit.
So you know this Black Friday is gonna suck.
It's gonna. I don't really like. I never get the systems when they first come out, anyway. So
I tend to try.
unless it's, I know we've done for the Wii.
Yeah, we did for the Wii.
I mean, but that's Nintendo, that's our childhood.
Yeah,
It's special, even though it sucks now. It's just special in your heart. You know?
Yeah, like even though it's like I guess we don't want to be too like mean, but
I'm a fanboy of Nintendo in a way, even though I completely agree that they suck right now.
it's like a child that it's not that smart, but you still like you still love them because they're cool and you just want to see them do better. But like, man, Nintendo, yeah, that's another topic
Let's not bring up your daddy issues now.
That's another topic that we were also discussing, that the Nintendo Wii, like right, that's what, how old is that system? Not even like 6 months. When did it come
The
out?
Wii U?
Yeah, the Wii U.
Oh, it just came out in
I guess it's
November.
like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
8 months.
6 months of no games, no nothing.
Yeah, there's no games for that. Like Nintendo has all the potential for like to make, because I want to see a good Zelda game, a good Metroid
Super
game,
Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers, but there's no games coming out, and I don't even know if there are gonna be any games coming out soon. Like, are we gonna wait till next November to get all the, or did they just give up on it? Like,
I don't know. I believe that a lot of people buy Nintendo systems for Nintendo games. You know, for a long time it's been that way. You know, since the PS1, you probably don't buy a Nintendo system for the third-party games. But I've been very disappointed with the game selection for the Wii U. I've been very disappointed with the whole interface that the Wii U has. It's extremely slow, in my opinion. I believe the Xbox has a much better interface, and it's nowhere near as slow as the Wii U. But I would love to see some really good Nintendo games that they definitely have the potential of doing.
yeah, like kind of like we were talking about, that they should at least give us remakes.
Yeah, like
Ocarina of Time.
At least
make a new Ocarina of Time. I don't care, just update the graphics. I'll play it, you know.
I know.
Shit, Mario 64, I'll play that again, you know.
Star Fox 64.
Yeah, like just make remakes and we'll buy it.
Star Fox 64. Look, there's a game that was awesome, and I haven't seen another Star Fox like it. You know,
Yeah.
personally, I think that's the best Star Fox I've ever played.
Yeah, Star Fox 64. But like, it's so disappointing. Like, I always wanted, like, I keep bringing it up, but like a Pokemon kind of like, not MMO, but like that you can like play with open world, that you can play like with other people.
Yeah,
Like, but they've never like tried anything. They try something new with their games.
well, they will try something new with the new Pokemon X and Pokemon Y.
Oh, that's the one that's actually 3D.
Yeah, for the 3DS.
Yeah,
I think Nintendo a lot of times they do want to do something new, and then they kind of fuck it up by trying something new. Like this new Super Mario Brothers U. I like side-scroller Super Mario Brothers games, but this one is just different enough to totally irritate me. Like, I want to be able to keep my Yoshi and play through any level with Yoshi, you know?
Okay.
Stuff like that. It's like, just stick to some of the basics. don't mess with it too much. You don't need to mess with it too much,
And,
in my opinion.
and kind of like I guess you kind of brought it up where you talked about how like with these gimmicks, like some
okay.
developers say that
Oh, gimmicks.
they're not gonna make a game for the Wii U because they don't have an idea to use for the screen.
Yeah, that was the reason with Tomb Raider. They didn't make a Tomb Raider game because they didn't know of a good use for the screen.
Yeah, but you don't have to use it.
It's like don't even use the gamepad. Use the classic controller. I don't care.
Yeah,
Make the game.
It doesn't.
There was another game. I can't remember which one it was, but that was also the reason why it never came out. It's like really you don't have to do it, and also don't be forcing me to use motion on games if I don't want to. I was, what game was it? Donkey Kong Country on the Wii, the original Wii. I was very excited to play that game because it was a Donkey Kong Country game. It was a side scroller. I was very excited. And then I started playing it, and first of all, like I said, they completely changed the system. It used to be where you could easily switch between DD, and they changed that. I'm like, come on. It was working fine before. Why mess it up? And then they keep forcing you to do all this shaking of the controllers. And I hate it. I just want to smash buttons. I don't want to deal with that. I'm okay with it being an option, but also give me the option of just smashing buttons.
Yeah, like
Sorry, I get upset.
yeah, like sometimes like the system, like how the companies, game companies, whatever, they try to introduce the new gimmick, and especially at the beginning of the life cycle.
Oh, correct.
They're like, okay, we're gonna have to use this gimmick. We're gonna have to use this motion sense. But then like as time passes, it seems like more games just like forget about it and just like go to regular gaming. And it becomes better.
But then as soon as something new comes up, then they go back to every game must use it.
So yeah, like every game that has the ability to use a gimmick or like a motion control or a secondary screen, it should give you the option of whether you want to use it or not. It's not that hard. It has the same number of buttons. Like how difficult is it?
As I was telling you, they completely ruined, not completely, but they ruined a good part of Uncharted for me on the PS Vita. Because I like to just go up to the enemy and just start fighting them and just smash my buttons to fight them. And I couldn't do that. I had to swipe. I'm like, I don't fight by swiping anything.
And sometimes, yeah, and then sometimes it's like so uncomfortable. You're like sitting in a nice position. Then they make you do something. You're like, oh, I gotta shift my whole body weight and use this gimmick.
For certain games, it works great. Wii bowling, it was a good, it was a good use. Stuff like that. It's great. But even on Wind Waker, was it Wind Waker?
Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess.
For the Wii, right? Yeah, Twilight Princess.
That worked out pretty good.
That wasn't
with
bad.
A little sword. But then just give me the option of not using it if I don't want to.
Yeah, because even like in Twilight Sword, you had the ability to shoot the arrow two different ways. You can use it using the gimmick, the motion, or just like pressing a button and aiming. So at least it gives you options, and that's what it should be. Like just give you options. And yeah, like I like Nintendo, and I want them to do better. They're not even gonna do anything in E3, right?
That was another very disappointing thing. They're like, don't expect anything from us. We're not doing anything. It's like, okay, are you just trying to not sell anything at all?
Are they gonna be there? They're just not gonna do like
They're not gonna do a
conference?
presentation. I'm sure they'll be there. They're just
they
not
have
doing
to
a
be.
press conference. To be fair, they don't really have anything to show.
New games.
Well, yeah, you would hope new games, but that usually a presentation is for some type of new device, which they don't have. But I really wish they would just focus right now on making a lot of new games, because they have the franchises that a lot of us still want to play. The Mario, the Zelda, the
Metroid.
Metroid.
Get Icarus even.
And I would want to Earthbound, like even bring like old, like we're talking about like even like Killer Instinct or
Killer Instinct, Donkey
yeah,
Kong.
just bring it everything, like every single character that you have, just make a game for it, and like release it like every 2 months or something. So at least you can have like people who like Nintendo play their games.
And quit making all these little games that nobody gives a shit about,
Kiddie
like
game.
all the
Like-
little.
Babysitter.
Stuff like Mario goes to La La Land or whatever.
they're like
Mario versus Sonic at the Olympics. I don't give a shit. Like, give me good games, not all these mini games. Mario Party. Does anybody still play that? Maybe they do that.
I don't know. Maybe we need to have a party and play Mario Party.
That we need more than 3 friends for that.
Yeah, we need at least like 5 friends.
Nobody's gonna hang out with us.
And yeah, we have a podcast. We'll get friends. So, wow. Because I know when we were talking last time, when was it? It was what, Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
I don't think they care.
Friday. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it was Friday, May.
May something.
No, but
Around 12 midnight,
Yeah.
and
we were drunk.
yeah, maybe
Drunk
we need to
with
get drunk.
sugar. The caffeine.
Yep, this product.
But anyway, point is, Nintendo could be doing so much better than what they're doing, and you know, I hate to think that Miyamoto-san is the only one who can make games over there. You know,
So do you think, okay, now that with the Xbox, the new Xbox and the new PlayStation 4 coming out, what does that mean for Nintendo? Because they released their system, and I guess it doesn't. Nintendo's Nintendo. They don't have to make the best system because, as we talk, like they have the franchises
correct.
to make good games, and people would buy them because it's Nintendo, it's Mario, it's
Well, you know, usually
Zelda.
the Nintendo system is cheap enough that you can, you know, have it.
mm-hmm. So it's
and,
like,
and then it's got those games that you kind of want to be able to play. But right now, it's not that cheap. Still $350, and there is no good games.
yeah, I'm pretty sure by November it's gonna be like $250, I think.
Oh yeah, it'll drop price.
So I think it's gonna be one of those things.
I don't know if it'll be $250, but it'll definitely drop price. But they have to get some games out there. I mean, they have to.
Yeah, $250. Yeah, because the black version is $350, right? And the white version
Correct.
is $200.
Correct.
So the white one would
version
be
might be $250. Yeah.
And yeah, like, so I think it's gonna be one of those things where people are gonna have like an Xbox and a Wii U or a
PS3.
PlayStation 4 and a Wii U.
I mean, PS.
So like the Wii U is always like the secondary, and it's like
you know, that's okay.
especially for like little kids, like you have like
Correct. I still recommend Nintendo to any family. And don't get me wrong, I think that the system has potential. Right.
Yeah.
Like right now, the games that it does right now look as good as the games for the PS3
Yeah.
and the Xbox 360, and those are first generation games, so you know they can only get better from there. Are they gonna look as amazing as the PS4 and Xbox One? Probably not. But it doesn't need to, because Nintendo has those franchises. But again, if they don't do something with them, then they're just not gonna sell.
You know,
And maybe they have so much money that they don't need money. Nintendo is just a very different mentality from the rest. They're not competing against Sony and Microsoft. They've said that many times. They're just doing their own thing, but I just wish they would do it faster.
Yeah, like, and honestly, like the whole thing with the Xbox, just to go back, is like, I think I prefer just building my own gaming PC and just doing, because with like if Steam continues to be successful as it has been, you know, I'll probably just go down that route rather than going with Xbox or a PlayStation as of now, because obviously I still don't know like all the final details of the systems, because I still have to watch what the PlayStation 4 does.
The problem with that is when all the other Sony and Microsoft have their own first party games.
Yeah, exclusives.
Like
yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah,
Like Forza
like,
and
Gran
Turismo.
I can't think of any.
like
Microsoft
Uncharted.
specific,
Uncharted would be.
But Uncharted.
Is Uncharted for the PC or no?
No,
No, it's just pure
a
PlayStation.
Sony exclusive.
Gran Turismo.
So
Like in terms of racing.
yeah, I don't care for racing games. So yeah, it's racing. Fuck that.
But yeah, like what else? Like in terms of like Halo,
so
is
people
Halo
like Halo. That's my
Killzone,
Killzone?
Resistance for Sony.
Trying to think. But yeah, but there are obvious
there
those exclusive games that you can't get on PC.
You almost wish that there was just one system and then everybody made games for that.
In a perfect world, that would be. It's the PC.
And that's probably where we're heading.
Yeah.
I mean, again, with things like the iPad and Android, and it's like, how many hardcore gamers are out there? I don't know.
Or the casual gamer.
Yeah, because in the iPad is like, even like in the iPad, if you buy a game using the account, you can have another iPad and log in with your account, and you can access those games.
Correct.
So do you think the Xbox? Let's say, for some reason you have one Xbox One in the house and the other one in your office or whatever. Could you have two different sign-in names for the same, like two different Xbox? If you bought both Xbox,
You would think you'd be able to have both with your same credentials. I don't know.
yeah, it's just too many unknowns as of right now. But yeah.
Now, if Nintendo was to say, "Hey, we can have the game that you want tomorrow," what game would that be?
If who?
If Nintendo came over and they were like, "Okay, we can have the game that you want tomorrow," which game would that be for you?
For me, it will be a Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Yeah.
I would say Star Fox.
Yeah,
I really want a Star Fox.
I'm gonna say Zelda, but yeah.
Oh, Zelda.
Well, not just any Zelda though. It has to be like a dark Zelda.
Oh,
Like, do you want like
PG-13.
realistic kind of look?
Yeah.
Like not that cell shaded shit.
No, not cell shaded. I want blood and gore, and
oh,
like a real grown up
with
Zelda.
Do you think they would ever do that?
Nintendo.
Nintendo probably wouldn't, but that pisses me off because that would be
They
awesome.
should, because imagine a Zelda, like have Zelda just like slight. Yeah, that would be so.
Make it a real badass Zelda, you know.
At least make it a code where you can go DLC. You can unlock the murderous Link. You just go chopping people and. I mean, Nintendo would. I mean, they let games do it now. It's not like back in the Super Nintendo where they wouldn't let it, but now they let other games show
It's like,
blood.
oh my god, Mortal Kombat has blood. You must cut it off.
And then, but it would be. It should be like Legend of Zelda, like bloodlust.
Bloodlust.
Yeah, that would be.
Starting Spartacus.
I know you showed me that there was there a Zelda game in
No,
it?
it will
says
be-
something like Zelda Wind Waker HD.
Yes.
So they're gonna do like they're planning a remake of Wind Waker.
Yeah, Wind Waker. Well,
I mean, I wouldn't mind that as long as they also give me like a realistic
well, that game was pretty interesting.
Zelda. Like I know like those cell shaded games would look good. But yeah, I agree with you with like a real gory Legend of Zelda game. Even what other game? What other let's say
Earthbound. Apparently, there will be an upcoming Earthbound.
I mean, they have the.
Earthbound.
Let's see. there's a
According to
list.
IGN, Earthbound.
2015. That's-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can really wait for that.
Assuming the system lasts that long.
Okay, there's supposedly August 4. Dang, all the games are coming like later this year.
Pikmin.
August 4,
That's what I'm saying,
Pikmin
like-
3.
Last year, when I bought the system, I looked at the games and I bought the ones that were more interesting. And now, when I go to the store, I still see the same games out there.
Yeah, and sometimes I go there wanting to buy a Wii U game. I'm like, okay, is there something new? It's always the same ones. And okay, so even Angry Birds is later 2013. Okay, so Earthbound to be announced.
Play that stuff on consoles.
So there's the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker third quarter. Everything third quarter. New Super Luigi U August 25th. That's like,
That doesn't even sound like something you should be making.
man, there's no games coming out later this year.
Man, Nintendo's slack.
Deus Ex, it's already out on the Xbox and PlayStation 3, and it's barely gonna come out on the Wii U.
Can that be the gimmick?
It's got, it has to use a mimic, the gimmick.
The tablet. Man.
Let's see what else. I'm
Come
trying to
on,
see if there's like a
Nintendo.
Mario or something.
Here's a gimmick they can make. Give me a game where I put in the game and it just plays the game.
Yeah.
Like no installing, no bunch of loading. No, let's go back to cartridge-based game systems.
Why? Yeah, that's another thing. Like every time I'm gonna, like I buy a new game for like the PlayStation 3, and like I'm like, oh, I can't wait to play this game. So I put it in, and it's like, no update needed. We'll take 30 minutes. I'm like, damn, I wanted to play it now. So
I understand that a lot of times nowadays, especially they try to rush certain games and later they have to fix things with downloadable updates. And I understand that the whole thing of putting downloadable content is kind of fun to some people. But we used to do fine without that. I want to go back to just like the SNES, put it in, push power, there's the game.
and for some reason you wanted to build upon the story, you created a whole new sequel to it using all the new ideas you have, so you can make it even better instead of just giving you a downloadable content. And to me, that just means that you didn't complete the game. And
Do you ever use downloadable content?
the only way I get it is unless it's a game I really like and I'm gonna
Like
play.
Dragon
Like I
Age.
did it for Mass Effect.
Because for me, it's like once I finish the game, I'm like, okay, I did it. Don't.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Like I did it for Mass Effect and like a couple other games, but I usually try to get the game once it comes out with like the complete edition. So once it comes with all the DLC, because to me
Like, for example...
that's the real game.
Alright.
Because sometimes, like especially I don't buy Skyrim or until it comes out like the Game of the Year edition that has all the DLC, because to me that's when they really finish the game. And because I don't want to deal with like downloading DLC just because they thought they were done.
By the way, that's another thing that Steam actually does really well. Their whole downloading and installing thing, it's absolutely amazing. And they are not paying me to say this, but they just do a really good job.
So once you download it does everything for you.
It you just press one button to install and that's it.
And it does everything. And so in Steam, do you also download DLC? Like you still can buy DLC, or it comes with
You can buy, or some are free, I believe, but
Okay. So do they also have like special deals on DLC?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's the thing. Like sometimes like DLC will cost like something that's not worth the price.
correct.
So you don't buy it and there's no sales on Microsoft Live, Xbox Live.
And the other thing that they did very well is, how, like the PS3 has achievements
Okay.
and stuff like that. When you are logged into Steam, you have the same thing. And it saves your game information on your networks also. So if you have to, for whatever reason, uninstall your game, it all stays saved in their network.
So you don't have to worry about losing
Correct.
anything.
Later, you just reinstall and that's it.
So like let's say your hard drive crashes.
You're fine.
You're good.
Correct.
How would that work if and the Xbox One
And-
hard drive crash.
And again, I hope that Microsoft is taking notes from Steam
No.
because
I mean, if that's the
I
route,
think they do have something like that. The cloud, Microsoft Cloud.
I would think that if you lose your hard drive, since you did sign in with your,
yeah,
you wouldn't lose.
they probably do it already. I don't
Yeah,
know.
remember we transfer our hard drive, everything was saved.
It saved the.
In our sign in, our
Yeah,
account.
because everything's recorded on the sign in. So
Yeah.
I guess that won't be an issue. But like,
No,
go
go
ahead.
on.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna change the subject
Oh, go ahead.
to
Change the subject.
kind of because we are talking about downloadable games and stuff, and this is something that we talked about a little bit last time. Video game collection, trading.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about the whole completely digital age that we're going towards?
Yeah, because I know, like, especially, like, I know you're a big collector. You like collecting, like, the boxes.
Correct.
And when you download...
I don't play that many video games, but they are part of my history growing up, and I do get some kind of joy out of having the box.
Yeah.
You know, like growing up, I would go to the store, and you know, my parents would buy me a system, and you know, right away I would open it, hook it up, start playing. But after a few hours of playing, I would always do the same thing. I would finally turn it off because my mom made me, and then I would like get the box and
Just-
start reading it.
Yeah.
I would read every single word on that box, and I would look at all the pictures of games in the back because you know back then they used to have games planned before releasing the system. And I would be like, oh, I want this and I want that. So to me, having that physical thing is very important. Same with, you know, not just systems, games too. You know, growing up, I wasn't that big of a video gamer player because we couldn't afford that many games. But the few that I did get very excited about, it's the same thing. I would look at that box and the whole physical thing just does something to me.
Yeah, because like even like with music, like I really don't like downloading because I like to have like the actual. Because to me, like back in the day, even like artists would give you the lyrics on the little paper, and you can actually like now they don't even do that. They just put like a one piece of sheet of paper with just their picture, and don't have anything creative inside. But like even like. I used to like back in the day when they used to give you the booklets and they used to give you the backstory. I would read that, like I would get a game and read them like the backstory. It'll be so interesting and yeah, like I don't know about downloading like complete games and it's like it's just like there. Like what if you wanna like you can't display it.
Correct.
You can't add it on a shelf so that when people walk in, they're like, "Oh, look at all these games you have." You know?
As we were joking about Kindles, how you can't show people how smart you are anymore because it's all in the Kindle.
Yeah,
They can't see like, oh, look at all the books he read, or look at all the books he bought and never read. In my case.
So you're just gonna line up your shelves with hard drives, external hard drives. But yeah, like
This one's Nintendo games. This one's Sony.
and yeah, because it looks so cool when you have like, especially when you see and we're gonna, like even when you see like the angry Nintendo nerd like, when he does his videos,
Correct.
like he has the collection. It looks so cool. Like, but imagine if
It
it's
is
all
cool,
digital,
you know?
he can't display any of that.
Now, for me, it doesn't affect me that much because I was always more of a video game system collector.
Yeah, they still
Because-
come in boxes.
Yeah, those are still coming out. For now, they're still coming out with services like on live.
Okay.
That might go bye, but I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was just saying I like systems, so I'm good. Growing up, I used to also look at a lot of like, what was it, electronic gaming EGM magazines.
Well, the magazines, yeah.
And I would look at all these systems that I wanted, and that's part of why I collect systems now, because I'm like, oh, well, now I can afford them. Now I want them. I couldn't back then.
Yeah.
But there's still some that I need.
I mean, you have a nice collection, and yeah, I guess it's just the way things are going now. Like everything is going digital. I mean, do you think kids appreciate like having like a physical thing? Because they didn't grow up with it, so to them it doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah, to them it's
but
probably
like
just
to us older people who actually, I mean, we're not that old, but who grew up in that generation where you had that physical aspect
Correct.
to video games. It's kind of sad that it's going, well, to me and probably to you, that it's going away. Because I like the art, I like the everything that you had to do to market something. Like you had to have this
even
nice
the
picture.
artwork on the boxes was
Yeah,
nice,
like I wonder if there's like a museum or art museum that displays like video game cover arts, because some of them are like real good.
Yeah.
And they deserve to be displayed.
Plus, you will get the poster inside the game.
Yeah, they don't even do that anymore.
And the
like,
Nintendo Power subscription slip.
yeah,
Man, the good old days.
good days.
But for kids nowadays, definitely not all of them, but I think most kids are just spoiled.
Yeah, and this is what we're talking about. How
like for us, like I said, we couldn't afford that many games. And back then, the thought of spending money on games to our parents was just like, no, we're not buying that.
here's the ball. Go play
But
outside.
so we had to do a lot of trading.
Yeah.
Either trade with each other or go to video rental stores and sell them our games so that we could buy this other one game that we really wanted.
Yeah, because I remember in third grade, just like saying, "Oh, you have a Nintendo? Yeah. Like, what games do you have? Oh, I want to play that game. Here, I have this other game." And that's all you did,
Yeah.
trade. But now you can't even do that. Like, obviously, you know, rich kids don't really care because they buy.
I mean, there's plenty of non-rich kids, but I just think that the whole culture is just not there anymore. And maybe we're just detached from it, but I just don't see kids at the video stores. Oh, I don't see video stores.
There are no video stores.
Well, like GameStop, I never. Obviously, GameStop is getting their games from somewhere, so somebody's selling their games. But I just don't see it as much as I used to.
So what do you think is gonna? Let's say Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are both this way, where you can only install it in one system. What would that do to like GameStop or even our favorite store here in our area, the Game Exchange? What do you think it'll do to? I mean, obviously you can still get the older games, like retro games.
Correct.
Do you think they'll just focus
I think
on that?
stores like here in Milwaukee, the Game Exchange, they'll be fine.
Yeah, because they do retro
Right now they still just do old stuff.
and movies and stuff. But like GameStop, I think would affect more.
GameStop,
Because they don't have retro. Like they do a cutoff time.
something like GameStop would still sell. Obviously, they would still. Oh no, they wouldn't be able to sell new games because they wouldn't be there.
Oh,
They would be able to sell the systems.
New games.
They can sell new games.
Yeah, it is.
Not if it's all downloadable
Oh, yeah.
content.
But I don't think it's gonna be out.
No, it's,
Because they have a Blu-ray.
yeah.
It has a Bluray.
Yeah,
disc.
true.
I mean, I guess you'll have the option of
Fine.
downloading it or buying a disc and download. Then what's the point of having a disc if you can only use it on one system? Like, you might as well just download it.
Well, faster to install.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they just sell you like download
You don't
codes.
really want to download 50 gigabytes of.
I guess if you don't have internet connection.
Oh, you have no internet.
But even with that,
Even with internet, 50 gigabytes is.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Unless you had Google Fiber.
Yeah, hurry up, Google.
We're waiting for you.
Come save us. They should make
Save me from Time Warner.
and but yeah, like the whole I really don't care about GameStop, but
No, I'm not a big fan.
but yeah,
I personally I hate GameStop if they go out of business.
yeah, as long as we got
Trying to sell me a used game for more than Best Buy was.
more than it's new. Oh,
That's a coffee pot. Don't worry, guys. It's okay.
and but you know, game exchanges still be good, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, as long as they're good, we're good.
Yeah.
And you know, Game Exchange, if you feel like thanking us by giving us
Maybe.
free, no, I'm kidding.
Give
They
us
won't
a
listen
disc.
to this.
Yeah, they won't. Like,
And
Alright, so basically, yeah, the Xbox One will
so yeah, Xbox
will
One.
come, and we'll see what happens. I mean, there's not much we can do.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait, and then we'll do another podcast talking about more bullshit they do.
yeah.
Because Microsoft, you know, they're always doing some bullshit.
Even Microsoft is falling.
Yeah.
But I did want to mention yet another thing that upsets me about the Wii U. Because I know Nintendo used to say, for the Wii, they used to say, oh, it's not going to have a Blu-ray drive because it's a video game system only.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I can respect that. The video game system should just play video games. I'm okay with that. But the Wii U has a Blu-ray drive. The Wii U also has Netflix and Amazon Video. Why the hell can't I play Blu-rays on my Wii U now?
Yeah,
It's
but-
obviously not just a. It's obviously not just a gaming machine anymore.
It has a Blu-ray drive?
Well, it's got that drive. I'm assuming it's Blu-ray.
Well, I don't know. I haven't looked at that. But yeah,
I mean, those are not just regular CDs. Like,
you should play at least DVDs.
it doesn't, and I don't understand why not.
Like,
It's like, okay,
Does
I
it cost that
understood-
much?
I understood that you wouldn't do it because it was a gaming system, but you have Netflix now and Amazon Video, so
so
obviously
it's
you're
not
looking
just
to-
a gaming
Exactly.
system.
So hey, hook me up with, I shouldn't have to go. Basically, my PS3 broke and I don't have a boot.
It broke. Oh, you have the older version, right?
Correct.
So
You get the PS3 still.
yeah, you gotta have to get a new place.
So I'm out of a Blu-ray drive, and I wish my Wii U would help me with it.
Because I remember for the GameCube, was it for the GameCube? I think they were gonna do like an adapter so you can connect the DVD player or something. And that was so stupid.
Yeah.
It just made it look like
I don't know. Nintendo has always been working on some kind of adapters.
Well,
They just never actually released them, unlike Sega. Sega used to work on the adapter and then release it, and then release another adapter that's
for the adapter.
for the adapter.
Well,
So
don't
you could have like 3 big power bricks. But Nintendo just like to plan adapters and never make them.
Well, the only good adapter for the GameCube was for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I like that. They should do one for the DS so you can, I guess, play DS games. Like a Super
Oh,
DS, so
hey,
you can just
The
play
best,
DS
the
games.
best adapter that Nintendo ever came out with was called the PlayStation.
PlayStation?
Remember, they were making
Oh yeah, they were.
a CD
Yeah.
adapter for the SNES, and then they kind of broke that off, and then Sony was like, "Hey, we'll just make it ourselves then."
So Nintendo,
And now we have the PlayStation.
PlayStation, out of a
Little bit of video game history for those that.
yeah, that was interesting when I heard that somewhere. Probably used a long time ago.
Or Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's crazy how. Just imagine if they would have done that. Do you think Nintendo would have, I don't know, been bigger?
Dominant.
I don't know.
What
I can't picture the SNES with the CD adapter, but
So it's gonna look like a
Could've
Sega CD.
a very ugly one probably. But
But yeah.
not that the Sega CD was a looker.
So yeah, what we have? Dang, 50 minutes on this podcast. So I guess one thing we learned from this podcast is that we should probably have some a plan of what we're gonna talk about.
Correct.
I mean,
We like to just bitch,
Yeah,
complain, and
so just random.
it's all as the conversation goes.
Yeah.
Today we're kind of trying to recreate a conversation. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
You should make a new conversation.
Yeah, new
That's
conversation.
today's lesson.
I guess just like we just have like one topic and then just see where it takes us.
Sad.
Yeah, so that's how we do it. We just
Because I wanted to talk about that movie pass thing, but now it's too late.
Yeah. Oh.
now we got some time.
Probably for the next podcast.
No, we'll save it for the next podcast.
Okay.
But basically, it's a movie service. It's not a movie service. It's a movie ticket service where you pay $35 and a month. But it's a year. It's a year subscription too. So I think.
Also, you have to use it a year.
So I do believe, I don't know the details, but I do believe there's a cancellation fee if you cancel before the year. I'm not totally sure.
So was that 35 times 12? Is your calculation?
35 times 12.
So it's 35 a month, and
It should be like 420 or something.
Yeah, 420.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
good. You're smart.
You did good. But anyway, basically you can watch a movie at a theater every day with it.
You can't repeat.
You cannot repeat the movie, however, and that to me it's the bigger bummer. Like a lot of times you go watch a movie and you like it and you're gonna go watch it again, but now you can't.
Yeah.
The thing that is good, however, is when you buy the ticket using their service, which I'm not totally clear on how it works. I heard that they give you a credit card, and then you have to activate something on the phone in order to be able to use that credit card within a certain limit time to buy the tickets.
Oh, okay.
However, if you're buying tickets from a chain that has rewards, then you can also get those rewards. So like if you use something like Regal Cinemas, every certain amount of points they give you a free movie ticket. So that would be a way to score free movie tickets.
So you can actually do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
You're like double dipping.
yeah.
So let's see, double dip.
I would go if I lived by the theater. I would go every day, buy a ticket, not even watch the damn movie.
Yeah, because you know
just to get the
rewards.
just to get the free popcorns and the free movie tickets for when I actually want to use them.
Hey, oh no, you spilled the.
Oops! Don't do that, people. That's
That's
wrong.
just wrong. Don't do that.
We'll need to research more. Maybe we can talk more about it on the next one. But
I mean, it's an interesting idea that.
personally, I know it wouldn't work for me because I go to the movies like once every 2 weeks.
But I guess if you're an
but-
avid.
Correct. If you're really into movies and you just don't care what's playing and you just want to go watch something, then that might definitely be something to look into. It's called movie tickets. Was it just movie tickets? Movie Pass it's called.
Movie Pass.
So yeah,
So-
look into it.
Check that out, you 2-3 viewers.
Whoever listens to this podcast.
And, all right, well, I would like to thank everybody if you lasted this long listening to us talk about random stuff.
What's wrong with you? I mean, thank you.
Random stuff about gaming.
Stuff.
We're trying.
That's me.
So we have stuff from Anarchy Live. What's your is that's the channel Anarchy Live?
No, the channel, the YouTube channel is on TSN Stuff.
TSN Stuff. Check that out. He has done some videos on like certain
This
tech
technology.
gadgets and services. There are very interesting if you're into the whole tech stuff.
Yeah, I'm mostly into phones and stuff, but I've been doing a little bit of everything.
So I know he's gonna be doing a lot more videos coming soon.
Coming
Yeah.
soon.
Coming soon.
So we'll probably be there. You can see our beautiful faces eventually, and we're gonna do a awesome video.
And then Victorino and what was it?
Equis.
Equis. Dos Equis? No,
Just one Equis.
Equis.
I'm not as cool as the most. I'm half the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah,
From where?
GameXPresents YouTube. This will probably be on there somewhere.
Or Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah,
The Twitter
Facebook or Twitter. We should probably update more so we can be. Oh man.
And expect more videos from them also, right?
Yeah, of course, more videos.
Or game.
More gameplay footage, and we'll probably start doing like game reviews eventually.
Game reviews are fun.
Yeah.
Game reviews of games that were from 15 years ago. So you can go buy them. Buy them at your local
hobby shop.
KB Toys. They don't even exist. Funko Land.
On today's review, Super Mario World.
So yeah, so we're gonna do game reviews of old games and try to make them sound like they're new. So check those out. Yeah. So we should have like a cool ending. So take care. No.
Well,
Timey, wimey, wibbly, wobbly. No.
So dead in the middle. Alright, so
Italy.
so thanks for listening.
thank you, and signing off. It's Equis, Victorino, and
Stuff.
Take care.